Hello and welcome to Know Your Mutants. Today we're talking about everybody's favorite blue boy. If your first thought was Beast, it's not. Fuck Beast. Today we're talking about Nightcrawler. Before Nightcrawler had his name changed to Kurt Wagner, he used to go by Kurt Zardos. He was the son of the mutant Mystique and Azazel. Mystique had abandoned her kid at birth in the Bavarian Alps because she was being chased by an angry mob. She had passed out and had left Kurt floating down a river. He was found and raised by Romani sorceress Margali Zardos. Growing up, Kurt would work alongside his adoptive family at a carnival as a trapeze artist. After some time in the circus, Kurt wasn't usually pulling the crowds that he used to, and the ringmaster could no longer afford having Kurt sedated between acts. So Ringmaster Getman had decided to sell Kurt. Fearing the worst, Kurt's adoptive mother would help him escape, and as Kurt is getting chased through the forest, this would be the first time he teleports. He would make his way over to Father Wagner's church and hide out over there for a few weeks. Ringmaster Getman would eventually track him down and burn down the church. But things were different this time. Kurt was still getting a handle on his teleporting powers, but it was more than enough to handle the Ringmaster. Before Kurt goes any further, he's stopped by Professor X. And this is where Nightcrawler is officially recruited into the X-Men. Professor X had altered the minds of the people that were there, having them think that Kurt Zardos died in that church fire. This is where Kurt would drop his last name and would now be going by Kurt Wagner, in honor of the man that took care of him. So we know how he went from Kurt Zardos to Kurt Wagner, but how did he get the name Nightcrawler? Well, a Nightcrawler is a type of worm. It's blue and disgusting and probably the least clever insult Kurt has ever heard. But he took that name and made it his own. So everybody and their mama knows Nightcrawler's mutant ability is to teleport. He does this by displacing himself in the Brimstone dimension, then travels through it, and then returns to this dimension. This process happens so fast that Nightcrawler is unaware of actually being in the Brimstone dimension. Nightcrawler can teleport to places that he's been to or that's in his line of sight. It's easier teleporting north and south than it is east and west. This is because it's easier to teleport along Earth's magnetic field lines than against them. Vertical teleporting is hard because he's fighting against gravity and electromagnetic fields. Also, the longer the distance, the more strenuous it is. However, recently in comic books, Kurt can travel from Krakoa all the way to Saudi Arabia. It's also important to note that Nightcrawler does not have blue skin. He has a very fine coat of blue fur. And because he's a descendant of the Neophim, who are an ancient race of demonic-looking mutants, Angel's blood, which is known for healing everybody else, is actually poisonous to him.